The time now, it's 11:30 p.m. on this Friday night, July 18th, 2014 on a Friday night. Time now for the Waterman District PJ Wiggins, the late night report. Friday night, July 18th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. Our congregation at 11:30 p.m. in North Massachusetts. 66 degrees at temperature with first gas humidity of 87%. Wind speed is about 5 miles per barometer, 30.23 inches, 2 per about 62 degrees, and visibility of 10 miles. Let's take a little radar scope and shows a line of clouds from South Central.
From the WGDH News Studio.
Prince Edward Island off the southeastern coast of Prince Edward Island. And lines of showers and few storms from southwestern Pennsylvania, Ohio, stretching down for Appalachians, and down for western Georgia, down for eastern Mississippi, down for west central Panhandle of Florida, and off the Louisiana and southeastern Texas Gulf Coast line here. So you're going to be in an overnight hours of rain from Atlanta, Charlotte, eastern Kentucky, and Pittsburgh here. And a lot of rain showers off the North Carolina coastline. Spotty showers on the eastern portions of the Bahamas here. A lot of rain showers from the northwestern portions of Mexico down for south central Arizona and northeastern Arizona and west central and the northeastern portion of Mexico down for southern Colorado. Showers of source from west central Kansas and spotty showers from southwestern Utah down through Nevada and up in the northeastern California here. Lines of spotty rain showers in northeastern Wyoming down from south central Montana and line of showers of source from southeastern North Dakota up in the northwest Minnesota.
We appreciate you clearing that up.
And west central portions of Ontario and a line of clouds from some rain showers from eastern British Columbia down for Alberta down for northwest Saskatchewan here.
Moments later, Minahan tried to
Glasgow, Kansas. Good evening. 70 degrees with scatter clouds here.
The story went national.
Let's take a look at our satellite over shows.
Minahan got the bad press.
Some 9 o'clock from the Mass Pike corridor, stretching down from New York State, stretching down through the Gulf States, down for Texas, down for Mexico. Number batch clouds from northeastern Calvin and North Nevada, down for Utah, down for Colorado, down for western Kansas. Batch clouds from southeastern Montana, up in the North Dakota, up in northwest Minnesota, up in Manitoba, western Ontario. Batch clouds from Washington State, northern Idaho, down for northwest Montana, up in the Saskatchewan, Alberta, down for British Columbia here. Alright. Let's take a look at our satellite outlook. Station front from the British Columbia, Alberta, down from western Montana, cold front from Montana, down from Wyoming, and up in the Dakotas, and up in the Manitoba. Warm front from up in the northwestern Ontario, and a station front from the Far Corner region, down from Texas, and then through the Gulf States and the southeastern states up in Virginia's here. And station front off the Carolina, Florida, Georgia coastlines here. Here following from southeastern California down for Gulf of California, front by and down for California, and another front by from south central Oregon and up in eastern Washington State, and another front by from northeastern Montana down for Manitoba, and front by from northeastern New Mexico down for eastern Colorado and down for South Dakota here. High pressure in northwestern Colorado, and New Ozarks, and central New York here, and low pressure down for southern Mexico, western Louisiana, and off the Florida coast on high pressure in northern Florida also, and eastern Washington State, and southeastern California. And 69 degrees at temperature in Boston, 77 in Washington D.C., 71 in Atlanta, 80 in Miami, 82 in Brownsville, 72 in Dallas, Texas, 67 in Kansas City, 69 in Chicago, 74 in Minneapolis, 87 in Albuquerque, 78 out in Denver, 90 in Salt Lake City, Utah, 68 in Los Angeles, 66 in San Francisco, 73 in Seattle, and 69 in Great Falls, Montana. Congregation Mountain Region, 69 in Boston, 65 in Pittsburgh, and Bedford, 63 in Beverly, 67 in Gloucester, 62 in Haverhill, 66 in Worcester, 61 in Sturbridge, 64 in Webster, 67 in Milford, 61 in Norwood, 66 in Taunton, New Bedford, 64 in Plymouth and in Falmouth, 63 in Chatham, 66 in Provincetown, 69 in Cape Cod Bay, 63 in Nantucket, 56 in Boston Vineyard, 64 in Boston Harbor, 64 in Block Island and Westbury, 67 in Newport, 70 in Providence, 63 in Smithfield, 61 in Springfield, 65 in Amherst and Greenfield, 57 in Pittsfield and in North Adams and Bennington, Vermont, 66 in Albany, New York, 61 in Keene, Hampshire, 59 in Jeffrey and in Concord, Hampshire, 64 in Manchester, Hampshire, 65 in Nashville, Hampshire, 65 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, 64 in Windlock, 66 in Hartford, 61 in Meriden, 59 in Waterbury, 60 in Danbury, 73 in Harrow Haven, 71 in Bridgeport, and 72 in Long Island Sound. Here.
Because they could have
64 in Montauk, 69 in Elizabeth, 70 in New York City. Here. Our
Just such casual misogyny that makes it so offensive.
Forecast discussion around the country. Heavy rain possible from the central Gulf Coast of the southern and central Appalachians, and temperatures remain normal, below normal from the southern plains and Midland States. A lingering across the stationary boundary draped along the southeastern Gulf of Mexico continues to remain. The culprit for wet weather throughout that weekend and moisture from the Gulf of Mexico will continue to stream. Now for the overrunning the boundary to produce numerous showers and thunderstorms for the Gulf Coast and the southeastern states today. Appalachians and parts of the Valley, and the heaviest, most organized of the precipitation is expected overnight by the end of the Saturday in the central Gulf Coast of the central Appalachians. The continued stream of moisture off the warm Gulf combined with a practically stationary boundary could lead to a threat for the flash flooding, especially along the central Gulf Coast states, where heavy rainfall and flash flooding is already occurring. For the remainder of the country, the weather remains rare for a weakening front moves across the upper Midwest, may produce a few showers of thunderstorms as skirts eastward, while energy moving into western Canada could bring some light rainfall to the Irish Train at the Pacific Northwest for the 79 states in the Midland and Northeast. Temperatures remain pleasant and very comfortable with valleys anywhere from 5 to 20 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Here.
This is almost like a headline we could probably write somewhere in America every day. That's
okay, forecast discussion here in New England here. High pressure over the northeast will move offshore over the weekend. A low pressure development off the Carolinas will pass southeast of Nantucket Sunday. High pressure maintains dry weather. In fact, the early weekend cold front from Canada moves over to New England midweek. Noon time to 6 a.m. Saturday morning. 10 p.m. updated forecast and account for current trends, including sky grids account for the persistent band of surge along the south coast. Otherwise, no significant changes need to be along one forecast. Here. Alright, let's take a look at our.
to which someone who has this call.
Look at the tropic situation here.
Engine of a professional sport, which is essentially what was happening there. The piece that actually, the last words that wasn't in the clip that we saw was after.
Nothing ruining the tropics here.
Adam Wainwright. She says, "Oh, isn't social media just terrible or something?" He says, "Yeah, it's terrible." And his explosion was after that, and that was the dumbest thing that Aaron Andrews could have said at that point, because essentially what happened is Adam Wainwright told the truth, was told that it was a bad thing that he told the truth. Aaron Andrews provided an environment for him to lie about it, and then to sort of say, "Oh, I guess it's those silly people on Twitter." So there's, as terrible as everything he says, there was an underlying point deep underneath all the misogyny and all the terribleness that I think is, it's worth mentioning.
Okay. Typhoon Ramus is now a Category 3 typhoon in southeastern China, about 150 miles per hour, gusts of 145 miles per hour here. And it's going to weaken to a tropical storm in extreme northern Vietnam and south-central China here.
If you are a woman, not just in sports, if you are
And tropical storm, maximum 65 miles per hour, 80 miles per hour. Strong tropical storm is going to gain strength as it passes east of the Philippines and make its skirt down to southern Taiwan as a typhoon. Category 3 and it's going to weaken a Category 2 typhoon from southeastern China. So those in Taiwan and China, be prepared.
not out of the ordinary. I'm not at all surprised, to Josh's point.
Meanwhile, back here in Massachusetts, a beautiful weekend in store. Interior will have some sun to clouds and keeping down sunshine. Forecast temperature is about 72 to 83 degrees for Saturday. For Sunday, interior sunny to clouds and a few showers and keeping down to about 69 to 80 degrees here.
She bumped that Cam Oliver from her sideline shot. She made her, it made her career when she posed naked in her hotel room. Did some people...
And radar and satellite futurecast here.
Talk about completely
It's
all right. So, there's a
And overnight, the clouds
so-called campus rape crisis and whether sexual assaults are in fact endemic in American colleges.
The clouds will
Evidence available in
make its way, and spot bubbles of showers will bubble into western Massachusetts and in western Connecticut and New York State
rape and wishing she hadn't.
around 3 o'clock tomorrow.
It tells the story of Anna, a student at Hobart and William Smith colleges who was sexually assaulted just 2 weeks into her freshman year.
When I came forward,
And the showers will move to the southeast of us here around 11:30 p.m. tomorrow,
they believed me and
with some clouds
be done.
Anna agreed to
in the horizon here for tomorrow.
her last name. She told how she was gang raped at a campus dance hall.
All right. Let's take a look at a view. Let's do some weather notes here.
It's bad enough, but then to have all this extra stuff.
Weather notes. It'll be wind speed, light, and variable, and less humid, and dew points 53 to 62 degrees. Tuesday, Thursday, steamy inland, and coast 69, 76, 68. Weather notes: hazy and dry start to the weekend, some showers on Sunday, and the 3H is hazy, hot, humid Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Here.
By the school, leaving Anna to fend for herself.
It was such a toxic environment that I
Alright,
needed to be home.
let's take a look at a view from the outside there.
Sadly, that's a process that times can't help with. So, I don't understand why
And it shows a full night in store for tonight and a cloudy day in tap for tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this.
stories about, you know, everybody's they were clear. They're not overreaching. That's not how they portray her.
10. Over 9 hours of the night. Patchy fog after 3 a.m. Mavaz. Mostly clear sky, low 58 degrees and calm wind. For Saturday, most of the sky under 82 degrees and calm wind, becoming southeast about 5 to 7 miles by the afternoon. Saturday night. Patchy fog after 5 a.m. Mavaz. Most skies got along 60 degrees and southeast wind about 5 miles by coming calm in the evening. Sunday, patchy fog for 7 a.m. Mavaz. Most of the skies got 176 degrees and northeast wind about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Saturday night. Most of the skies got along 60 degrees and northeast wind about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Monday, most of the skies got under 80 degrees and Monday night. Most of the skies got along 62 degrees. Tuesday, most of the skies got under 86 degrees and Tuesday night. Most of the skies got along 69 degrees. Wednesday, most of the skies got under 89 degrees and Wednesday night. Parkers got along 70 degrees and Thursday. Parts of South got under 85 degrees. Thursday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most of the got along 67 degrees and chance of precipitation was 30%. Friday, parts of South got under 81 degrees. Here, Peters, what a phrase of the night. Ice. 50-50 weekend here. Peter Channel News Time, 11:41 p.m. And let's take a look at traffic situation. Smooth sand highways, byways of New England, except for one slow spot, which is Mass Pike Gundy.
As soon as possible. It seems that the system is now geared to
Westbound side slow from 93 to the Pruitt Tunnel due to
that's the best
road work in 9 Mass Pike westbound, but otherwise a smooth sailing commute on this Friday night.
Lawsuits all about because
Peter Channel News Time is now 11:42, and let's take a look at the
people was
news at the 11 hour. Here, Leo Tang Lei, Malaysia's transport minister, said the aircraft shot down over the Ukraine have been fallen in the safe route. The Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 catastrophe in Ukraine could have been a tragedy for another international carrier. Aviation experts say nothing that doomed jet flight plan was very until recently used by several European airlines. In Paris, French authorities have banned pro-Palestinian groups from holding a rally in Paris on Saturday, citing security concerns a week after a similar march was marred by violent clashes. Democratic U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts speaks to a group of supporters at a rally in June for Kentucky Democrat candidate Allison Landgren Grimes. Former patrons whose relatives' funerals are held at a Dorchester funeral home say that they are absolutely concerned, and after investigators found 12 bodies abandoned in a storage unit in Weymouth along with cremated remains at a storage facility. Candles arranged on the floor of a church in Kuala Lumpur spelled out MH17 attributed to Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 and
said she was a liar.
One thing I thought was interesting about it is that
the family battle that surrounded the radio host. Casey Kasem during his final days continued to wage on it after although the 82-year-old passed away more than a month ago on June 15th.
idea that
His body yet to be buried.
that it doesn't have to follow you around for the rest of the
After kicking off nearly a year ago, the next stop in the Google Glass's U.S. World Tour has been revealed. Bus twins, come on down!
If they were cleared and then every time you Google their name for the rest of their lives, this article would come.
Boston Governor Deval Patrick said Wednesday he's waiting for from President Barack Obama's administration about whether Massachusetts can shelter some of the unaccompanied children crossing the nation's southern border legally.
You know, my policy.
In the world news, Iran and 6 world powers failed on Saturday to meet their targeted date for a cut in a nuclear deal that agreed with extended talks until November 24 to bid to overcome a stubborn differences over the size and capacity of activities by a trend that could use to make it. South Africans are mocked by the first announcement in a day since the anti-apartheid icon's death by performance candidates. Organizers urged the former president's supporters to spend 6-7 minutes helping others on Friday and Mark Martin. That was 6-7 years of service. Paul Singh described what his family had been through in the last 3 days as his nightmare. His wife, Missy Holt Singh, was killed Wednesday after he was taken hostage by 3 alleged gang members and was caught in a crossfire massive gun battle. Senator John Cornyn in Texas, we have a political imperative as the Republicans to deal with this. Capitol Police arrested Radical Chico Press Secretary to represent Tom Marino after routine search for car for entry. It's not the first incident at congressional buildings. U.S. Sentencing Commission declared Friday that nearly 50,000 federal drug offenders currently in prison are eligible for reduced sentences, a move that could flood the nation's courts and prosecutors with application of a leniency. In New York, the wave of corporate deals and generally positive quarterly earnings competed for attention this week as gloomy news developments in Ukraine and Gaza upending U.S. stocks higher. If Ben hoarded at Bitcoins for all the time, then perhaps you have now a good reason to spend it all, as Telnet's partnership with Coinbase has now accepted Bitcoin payment on its website.
How that role makes sense.
In technology, it's not possible for organizations to load their own templates of Microsoft Azure to access their preferred apps, Microsoft announced on Tuesday. While Google maintains its firm commitment to improve its app purchase processes, Apple is still lagging the EU 0 shares, 50 best free iPhone apps. Amazon on Friday in the news that digital subscription allows for 6 copies downloaded and limited ebooks and digital audiobooks for $10 a month. A current Google Chromium OS project named Athena will eventually become the new Chrome OS user experience including the screenshots. Google Play offensive pull for the shut on Google+. In entertainment news, Beate Prinzel and Adam Levine attend the Begin Hour premiere at SBA Theater on June 25th, 2014 in New York City.
Journalism ends and activism begins.
The famous couple, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, which is co-star on Universal's By the Sea. And Beyonce is getting exhibited at Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Online reports that must be misprint. Sure, they include all the members of Destiny's Child. In science news, Mount Rainier, one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the U.S. and the world, is about to expect to erupt again. The only unknown facing scientists when a massive stratovolcano 4,392 tall and located at 7 miles southeast of Seattle. On July 29, 1969 at 10:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, man took his first step on the moon. It was an event that would leave the human's relationship with Cleveland in space in two. Separating on a millennia would be the human brings it to spirit that severed as observers and net. NASA's Curiosity Mars rover used the Mars Hand Lens Imager MAHLI camera to arm it to catch the first image of sparks produced by the rover's laser being shot at rock and Mars. The space agency is looking at the proposal for instruments to be carried aboard the space probe to Europa, a Jovian moon that will harbor liquid ocean beneath its ice. In response to strong criticism that Medicare officials have modified rules to include to pretend that agents who have been paying tries to see the same prescriptions as seniors receiving in hospice care. In Denver, the Colorado Department of Health, Public Health and Environment identified 3 Colorado residents who have been infected with pneumonic plague. And for the first time this year in Massachusetts, the Eastern Aquatic and Supplies virus of EEE has been found in mosquito samples tested from Bridgewater and Plymouth County. And that's going to be it for the Weather Magician news on this Friday night, July 18, 2014. I'm Piers. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night and good morning. Here.